was possible.
What? That I can't hear someone?
No, selectively tuning out divas.
Wait.
Wait,
Sorry,
what?
that's right. We've done fair forever, so
I love how I said D-bag and she heard diva.
I
I
also
heard
heard
D-bag.
diva.
okay, never mind.
It's all
No,
good.
she's being very nice.
I know she isn't she? Ladies and gentlemen, my lovely wife. Uh, it's good. It's good to hear everybody. It really is. We're
Yeah.
all here, and
Dude, big same.
it's 4 o'clock, and we're all here. That is awesome.
Woo.
Mm.
Is there
So
another
last,
Central Time Zone person? Who's that?
I know and we're all in the murder RV.
The
The murder mobile.
murder
RV.
RV. The
Murder RV. Wow.
The murder RV.
okay.
The murder RV.
Okay.
I'm gonna paint it to look like a 1972 Winnebago.
Just so long as we don't paint it to look like the Mystery Machine.
Nope, it's gonna look
Oh,
like
there goes my idea out the window.
Lone Star's Winnebago from Spaceballs.
Oh, I probably
So
should close the
guys,
door.
since you weren't here, the murder wagon is quite a large
Oh.
ghost wagon. The It's 2 stories. The first story houses in the back a section that would fit about 20 dwarves, and then there's a forward section that has a ballista in it as well as weaponry. A ladder goes up to what would be like a pilot's chamber, where it has spots for people to sit at stations. Requires 2 pilots to run, and then there's also a catapult on top in the
This
back.
this thing is just incredibly
Very cool.
technical and crazy.
You guys rove it out to the old man's hut. Ambrose and Tonus aren't familiar with old man Jenkins out in the middle of the woods, but
Janky Jenkins.
oh wait, did we call him? What did we call him? Call him like Randy or something?
Mm,
Did he? Or did he? I
no,
remember
we
we
never got
just
his
never
name.
learned his name.
We never
We
got
were
his name.
Maggot Meat Man.
No, but
Maggot
then when
Meat
he
Man.
got petrified, we started calling him Rocky, I think.
Rocky.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
that was
That
it.
Rocky.
sounds right.
That's not insensitive at all.
Nope.
Well, he
All
couldn't
right.
hear us, so his feelings aren't
Yeah,
hurt, right?
That's
I
fair.
remember
That's
Rocky.
fair.
You're at Rocky's hut. Althea has just opened the door. Inside, the table that you once sat at and ate has been knocked over. There is debris strewn about, bits of food, um, if you can call it food. In the dirt floor, there's a bit that has been disturbed, like almost like someone's dug and then uh, put everything back on into the hole. Um, Jutting out from the dirt in that area is a severed hand, and then there's blood streaks going to the pile.
Huh.
Hmm.
How
That's not
did
terrifying.
I'm going
does
to use.
does the hand look um like it belonged to a young adult or an aged withered adult?
You guys are on this screen, so
I've
I'm
got
going to
dark
okay.
use.
vision. I've got dark vision. So.
I'm gonna put Althea there.
I want to use
You guys
sleight
can
of
arrange
hand.
yourselves in some sort of manner behind her, assuming that the door is where the word front is. You can't tell the hand would be about. That puts Tonus inside the hut.
Oh, okay.
Door is here.
Yep. The hand is about 20 feet into the room, so you can't tell from this distance.
Go get it.
Okay. Scanning and listening
Oh, I
to
just
hear if there are any, other scuttlings or scufflings or
So,
What the
Yeah,
hell's
it's-
going on?
sorry about that. So make that perception check.
perception check. Do.
Or no.
Nice.
No scuttling, no scuffling, no noise coming from the room at all.
So dead silent.
I think it sees
think-
dragons
I think
in
I
the
saw
distance.
Thomas there. Was this?
Okay.
Is this right? Was this what it looked like?
Yeah.
Sure.
Close enough, you know.
Before the world.
Oh.
Yes.
Is what look like?
How we were standing.
Yes, that's what it was.
Okay.
So I'm stepping into the room. Still scanning.
That's more than a step. That's a bolt.
Okay, that's 15 feet. That's
Yeah. That's more than-
remember
pretty
it's
good
the other
step.
game where one square is
No,
20 feet.
No, I'm saying that's more than a step.
Okay.
Yeah,
Walk into the room.
She did
5-foot
okay.
step.
I walked into the
Oh.
room
Dude
boldly.
machine?
I
Don't like
boldly
this.
went,
Everyone roll initiative.
I like the little ramp.
Right. I was like, I can't find a good ramp.
Dude, seriously?
Nice.
What the
Rolled
hell
a-
is happening?
Rolled a 2. I rolled a 2. Fuck yeah. Go me. Roll the
Yeah,
natural
okay.
1.
Holy crap.
I will be over here knitting.
Dude, what's going on?
And I'm blocking the door. Oh, it's awesome. You're
It's
on your
fine.
own.
All right.
Oh, that's beautiful.
As Althea strides into the room, a hole falls away into the ground near her, and a very big insect-like creature pops out.
But not like the mantis people. Oh,
No.
I can't see it. Probably.
Like
Okay.
Ooh.
similar does it look like one of the scorpion thingies that we saw before?
No. The scorpions they looked very much like scorpions, just very large.
Did Althea react at all? Do I know that things are going on?
Yeah. Crap.
Okay, I can
Oh.
probably see that one.
If you can see it, then yeah.
What are you gonna do? Shoot through Johnny?
Pig bugs, not
Yeah.
Oh, why
scorpions.
not enforcing?
What, you don't trust your archer?
No.
Oh,
Well, this is where you're gonna learn.
All right.
There's the dynamic lighting. Okay.
Yep. So 2 pop up out of the ground. Some of you can only see one, and it is Gwen's turn.
And Gwen's gonna shoot this one.
Wait.
This one.
Oh, because she's got improved initiative.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's gonna shoot right past
Get a
Johnny's
plus
head.
8.
No. All right. It's just this one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Now, do you trust your archer?
No.
All right. Barrow
I should be at full. I should be at full.
pierces the creature's chitinous shell, and vines wrap around it and anchor it into the ground. Do you do anything else?
Yes. Let me see. Oh, there's more of them. And by more of them, there's one more. There's
Next is
2.
Tonus' turn.
I'm muted, aren't I? Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
you
What size are these fellows?
They're medium.
Medium. Okay. I will-
Oh,
Oh.
I lied.
Ah.
No.
Jacob.
No, they're medium.
Uh,
Double in size at the very mention.
Jeez.
When you question their size, they get bigger. So.
Wow.
that damn monster manual.
Call them the compensators.
Yeah.
I will stab the one right next to me. Maybe, I don't know. Did it hit it?
That will miss the spearhead. You strike, and the spearhead just glances off of its shell.
Okay, here's a question. The other time that I use, or like, why does it not let me choose to click on spear two-hand if it hits instead of it just does the damage automatically?
That's a setting. I would have to go and look where.
Oh, okay.
But either way is fine. I mean.
Okay, so that misses. So I will.
Pardon me.
Oh, you're just doing stuff. Weird.
Doing stuff.
We're gonna try Liger's attack then. That probably hit.
Yeah, that hits. Force empowered rend.
It's force damage.
Yeah.
Really quick, can I ask what a force-empowered rend is? Because I'm imagining just the thing biting the thing whenever that comes up.
I think rend might be a claw.
I'm imagining it kind of like the Warlock melee in Destiny, where he just kind of like pushes and energy hits them.
Oh, okay.
But like in claw form.
Yeah, doesn't have to actually make contact with its foot.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, there we go. Propter Hawk. All right. One of them, the grappled one, will strike at Althea.
Hang on a minute. I rolled a 20 for initiative.
Did you?
Yeah?
Oh, you're not on the
I
tracker.
rolled a 2.
No.
No, that would be me.
Johnny and
Oh,
Jax
that
are
was a
rolled
perception.
2s.
She
I
did
rolled
Alright.
1
roll.
for
Yep.
perception.
She-
I rolled a 20 for initiative.
Yeah,
Well,
go ahead and
have fun
take your
moving
turn
and taking both opportunities.
Okay.
while I look over the initiative to make sure everyone is on.
Wait, no. Well, okay. So she would have gone before me.
Yes, I would have, but that's okay. It's all good. So this guy, I'm going to use Polar Mastery. I'm going to strike with Halberd, and then back strike with the butt of the halberd. No, I'm not. I will. There's the back end.
Yeah, that's
There's
good.
the back end crits. So what's the crit damage with a D4? Is it just 2D4?
2d4, yeah.
And and I'm going to throw in Divine Smite.
Divine smitey goodness.
So that would be, let's see, 2D4 plus.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh
All
yeah.
right.
Is it 2D8 or 1D8, honey?
Hmm?
Is it 2D8 or
For
1D8?
divine smite.
Divine Smite.
1d8, I believe.
1D8. Ah,
We're level 4, right?
yeah.
Yeah, 1d8.
Ooh. Oh well.
That's okay.
It's something at least.
You rolled 2 4s on your d4s.
Yeah, what are you complaining about?
Oh, hang on. No, it says starting at second level, it is 2D8 for a first level spell slot. So,
Oh, you're burning a first level spell slot for it. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize.
I thought that was the only way you could do it.
It's
Son of a biscuit. Oh well.
eh,
Still.
I was gonna say that's
There
still
you go.
13 damage.
So I missed.
Still,
So I missed
that's a
with the
decent chunk.
blade, but yeah. There we go.
Only took half its health off.
only.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and now it's their turn. This one moves away from Altheus, so
Provoking an attack of opportunity.
attack.
your polearm has reach, right?
Yes.
It does.
Then no, because it's still within your threatened square or threatened space.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Interesting.
It reels back and spits out acid. Uh,
Is that a hole that it crawled out of on the floor?
it is
Okay.
in this line, just barely missing Jaxar. But Tonus and Johnny need to make dexterity saving throws.
Hmm.
Nah, I
Does
think I want to.
Liger need to as well?
Yes.
Okay, here is Tonus. Here is Liger's.
Okay. You both take 16 points of acid,
Jesus Christ. Well, wait, here. Give me a second.
Ow.
as does Johnny.
16 points of
Does
acid.
a reaction deflect attack affect AoE damage, or is it just like.
No, it wouldn't. This isn't an attack that it's doing. Or it's just a spray of acid.
Does it beat my armor class of 21?
He's not attacking. It's a spray of acid. It's a area effect. And I rolled pretty high.
Okay.
The other one, standing next to Althea, will just try to bite her. Missing. And that will make it Ambrose's turn.
Okay. Ambrose rushes in and fires off an Eldritch Blast at this one. Hey!
And do you do anything else?
I walk here.
Okay. That'll make it Jaxar's turn.
Oh yeah. And we can get rid of the we can get rid of Guy Fawkes. He blipped out during my last battle. Aw.
No, he's back. We had a long rest. Or is that not how it worked?
I had to do a spell.
Oh,
I
okay.
should have. I didn't have the necessary materials. Right.
They're consumed when you cast the spell. Okay. Oh yeah, that'll hit. It like kills it. How much health does it have? Yeah. The fire blasts through its carapace and it falls to the ground in a heap.
That's what you get. Be done.
Okay, that'll make it. Actually, let me double check. Johnny's turn.
All right. Johnny's going to cast Guiding Bolt on the remaining one.
Before you take your action, with your passive perception, you can sort of feel and hear rumbling in the earth nearer Gwen and Ambrose.
All right. I yell for both of them to move. There's something coming up near them.
Okay.
And I am going to move to here. this asshole here.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. Hits.
And there's a bonus action. Bring out spiritual weapon and have that hit him too.
All right. That will hit because Gutting Bolt gives it advantage, right?
Yep, sure does.
All right.
And I said something else is coming.
And that
Can
makes it
Gwen
Gwen.
stand right here? This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna run this way
All right.
and shoot this one.
Okay. Yep. She sure is.
Love that colossal slut.
It's always a 1. It's always a 1.
We did like a 1d6. What is it with that thing anyway?
D8.
Curious.
It's supposed to be a
Says it's more
D8,
than 1d8.
but it
Wow.
but it like I'm gonna start
Well-
rolling it in person, sending you all pictures of the dice.
They're gonna be ones.
The laser beam is not in your
Here's-
favor.
Here's your
Pepe.
regular damage, and here's colossal. Slut.
Just minus the 1 and roll a d8. D8 will work. Will do you any better.
All right. So that'll make it Althea's turn. There are no living creatures up here.
There are no living creatures up here.
It looks like
I am going to move here and hold action.
I tell you, don't go there.
I'm readying my action to pummel whatever comes up.
Okay. That'll make it Tonus' turn. The hole that the thing came out of is, while it does collapse a little bit behind them, it's big enough that you could crawl in there.
Probably a pass. I will also hold my action for if something emerges from the hole.
Okay. Different hole.
There he is.
Double
boy.
action
Up
flank
out of
attack.
dirt. Althea had a ready action.
Sorry. Oh my god. Well,
I mean, you're flanking one.
yeah, I'm gonna go for this guy because we're flanking.
Okay.
So that gives me advantage, right?
Yep.
Man.
All right. So halberd 1
That'll hit.
and halberd 2 or butt end. So the
Whack.
so it is that's the slashing, and then the other one is D4 plus 2.
So the butt end is a bonus action, which
Right. Right. The butt end's a bonus action, so it's actually 4 damage. 1d4
Can you do
plus 2.
right. That's why I'm mentioning. So when you ready the action to attack, you're getting your attack action, but you can't do the bonus.
You can't treat it like an extra turn, yeah.
Even with polearm mastery, because that's where she gets that attack from.
Right, but it's as a bonus action, which she's getting the attack because she readied it.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, I should have specified Liger's turn comes immediately after mine, and he also was holding an action for the same thing.
Okay.
If it matters.
Is my audio any better, Gwen?
Yeah.
That was better.
So
Okay.
Thomas.
Oh,
Yeah,
sounds the
my
same.
mic was a little further away from my mouth than usual. Sorry.
Well, yeah, no worries.
Excuse me.
That'll hit.
That hits. Also probably kills it, maybe? No, didn't kill it. Okay, then we will do long.
That also hits. It does not like what just happened to it, and immediately crawls back into its own hole.
Oh no! Does that prompt opportunity?
It does.
Yes.
Good.
Is it still considered flanked if it's fleeing?
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's dead.
Let me just bring that back up to the token layer. The other one will. Doesn't have a lot of. It just sprays acid all over Ambrose.
Oh,
Ambrose needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
rude. Boop. Oh, I do a backflip away from that thing.
Yeah. As it sprays, backflip, I guess, and it hits the wall behind you. Take 4 points of acid damage. And it is Ambrose's turn.
If you back flipped onto the table, you'd get flanking on it.
The table is overturned. I know
Oh.
it doesn't look like it in the map, but did want to reiterate that. But you can just go to that square. You don't have to be on the table to get flanking.
So theoretically, if I were to run away and give that thing an opportunity attack, could I use like reaction spell on that opportunity attack?
I think so. What you got? Like a
Yeah.
hellish
All right.
rebuke or something?
Yeah, something along those lines. Ambrose runs away.
All right. It tries to bite you. It bites you for 16.
Oh, Jesus.
16?
Guff just dies.
Oh, that's right. It has none of them have bitten anyone, have they?
16?
As in 1-6?
Yeah, it's 10 piercing and 6 acid.
Oh my god, okay.
Do your reaction.
His
Oh, yeah,
reaction is
one-
ow.
Yeah.
That's not
I'm
16.
subtracting
Only a level 4
that
warlock.
health I
feel
just
like it's
lost.
hellish rebuke.
I cast Rebuke of the Void. DM, what does that
Okay.
do?
It will probably get him good. Let me pull my notes on that. Okay, so it has to make a fortitude or dexterity saving throw. Fortitude saves. How quaint.
What the heck is Rebuke of the Void?
Is there even... Do we have fortitude saves still?
No.
Is that a 5e spell?
It's not in any rule book that you know of. It's
Ambrose
not
is using
it's
his
not
own
standard.
rule book that got given to him by a cat.
So you point at the creature, and this circle of nothingness opens up around it, and tentacles come out and grab at it and rip chunks of shell and flesh and bits of its legs away from it as it pulls it back into the void before disappearing. Roll 2d10. All right. As the bits of flesh are ripped off, you can also see a bit of necroses as it decays. It took 15 necrotic damage.
Hell yeah, I'll take the 16.
Gwen is mildly disturbed. But only mild.
And
Real thrilled with having been that close to that.
Does that take? Does that take a spell slot?
No, and you also gain roll a d6. One time per hit point.
Ooh.
Johnny's giving Ambrose the side eye on this one.
Ambrose gives him 2 thumbs up. in response.
So that was just a reaction. So you still have your action left.
I still have my action. Oh, dude.
Okay, okay. This warlock is OP.
Warlock's
No, I'm just kidding. He's having fun.
And Eldritch Blast, of course.
That will miss.
Oh.
In order to do the spell, he did also have to take over half of his HP.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm
He
kid.
wasn't expecting that much, I bet. That will be Jaxar's.
All right. Come in here.
Hey, Jaxar, why don't you run by him and see what happens to you?
That not do that.
This one's still up.
Ooh.
All right. 2 points of fire damage as the firebolt crushes into it, bringing us to Johnny.
Guiding bolt. Boo!
It's not as guided as you would hope.
Kind of goes sideways and hits Ambrose.
No, why?
Because I rolled a 1.
Honestly, that's fair, though. I'm surprised you guys haven't tried to smite me yet.
Some would say it was a little bit of a
Yeah, except that I'm
misguided
right there,
roll.
so I'm the one who should probably be taking it.
So
that I
I'm
want
very
to.
glad that Jacob does not do critical fails.
yeah, on spirit weapon,
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
the spirit weapon damage. There we go, 11 points.
So is that one on Ambrose? Because it's right next to him.
No,
Better not.
it
Wow.
moves.
You better not.
Swear to God, I'll use my tentacles on you.
I would not do that to you.
And that brings us to Gwen and likely the last action of the match.
Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, it's dead.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, what's your class? Slayer damage.
Shut up.
Maybe this would be fine.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Now,
there
okay, there it goes. All right.
There we go. Kill it to death.
It arrow embeds into the thing's neck and it gurgles out its last breath and falls to the ground.
That was exciting.
Right, my inclination. Let's set these things on fire and stuff them back down their holes so nothing else comes up.
Ditto.
Okay.
We're gonna put these things back where it found them, or so help us.
Wow. I mean, when they were coming up, did it look like they were coming up through already dug tunnels, or like they dug up through it? Just that was the first time they'd made these tunnels, was coming up and attacking us.
Do you want to crawl down there and inspect them?
Not particularly, but I mean, when
It
they came up, did it look like they were throwing out a whole lot of dirt, like they had just finished actually digging it?
Yes. Yep.
Ugh.
The holes were not there at all when you arrived, and they dug up out of the ground.
Yeah, maybe this isn't a good place to spend the night.
Can't imagine why not.
I would rather.
I just
spend
hope
the
they
night
can't get through metal.
personally. I was about to say I would personally rather spend the night on the metal floor of the death wagon outside.
Well, yeah, but the death wagon's gonna get attacked in the night by the scorpion creatures. That's why we were
Gwen's gonna
investigating the hut.
kneel down and
Potential.
check this out.
You're gonna use sleight of hand?
Sentient table.
Sleight of hand? What's happening?
Gwen is kneeling down here, checking this out.
It is an old man's hand.
Did Rocky make it back?
She's gonna start like, yeah, she's gonna start like pushing the dirt gently back to see if it's like if the hand is connected to the rest of the body or if it's just a hand.
It's not. It's just a hand.
Okay.
That doesn't bode well.
If you find another dismembered hand, and you add it to this one, you'll have a hand sum of 2. That's terrible. I was trying to work that out in my head, and it didn't come out to a good joke.
Then we're happy and we know we can clap our hands.
Oh no, everybody's a robot.
Oh, everybody's for you?
Everybody's a robot. Yeah.
Oh, not for me. Everybody sounds fine to me.
Just you. There he goes. Okay, everybody hide.
Testing. Testing. Oh.
All right. So
Anybody hear me?
that's done. What do you?
Gwen is gonna go outside and like circle the hut, just kind of check things out. See if there's anything else
Go alone.
out of the ordinary. I mean, she circled the hut last time we were here, so she's just looking for any noticeable differences.
Not leaving you alone.
Well, I appreciate it, considering you got jumped. Anything, Jacob? I can no longer hear people.
Popping off and on.
Jacob?
Can hear
Yep.
you.
Can hear Ambrose. Cannot hear.
I just
Jacob.
heard Jaxar. I can't hear Ambrose.
Hello?
I can now hear Tonist.
I can hear you too, but you're all sounding real robotic for me.
That's really weird. I wonder what's going on. Because you're coming through just fine for me.
You sound fine
Same
now.
here.
Oh, it is fine now for everyone.
I'm back.
And I'm back.
Yay! Who is not back though? It looks like we lost. There's Guff.
There he is.
Hey.
Yay! Guff's back.
That was exciting.
Wait, but now I can't hear Jacob anymore.
Super high.
Like at all?
No, there you are. Now I can hear Jacob.
Cool. All right. What do you guys do now?
I'm circling the cabin, whatever it's called, the hut. Sorry, not cabin, hut.
I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect 5 more times.
Hut and cabin kind of matter perspective.
It's a yurt.
It's a yurt.
Anyway, so Gwen is going to circle and see if there's anything out of the ordinary from what she saw last time.
I'm keeping her company.
No, the walls of the hut are scored in various places as you saw the first time you were here.
I'm also going to check like the horizon, like look out from the hut and see if anything's coming, if anything is wandering around out on the plains or in the hills.
Okay. Yeah, this area is hilly and it has very large trees. Make a perception check.
Can I assist?
Oh boy.
How would that work?
It just gives her advantage.
No, I like how do you so she's like scanning the horizon, so I'm wondering like how you could help.
Get up on her
Cups
shoulders.
her hands in front of her eyes like binoculars.
Looking up in the air with you and your bird man.
No, it's
I just like the have her up on your shoulders so she has a higher vantage point.
Could do that. Probably get the strength for
What's
it.
that over there?
Nothing out in the wood or up in the higher up on the mountainside that you can see. Nope, I lied. You can see something flying around. Kind of big. It looks weird.
Looks weird.
More than one head.
Althea, do you see that? So I'll point it out. See if she can.
She has to get on your shoulders now. So.
I don't think that's gonna work well.
I did not get on her shoulders.
Full armor,
Yeah.
I see something, but I can't make it add any details.
Oh
Does
yeah, I
it
don't see
look
your
like it's
roll.
coming this way?
No, it's just it seems to be flying up above the mountains.
Bird?
Wait, the mountains that we're
I
heading toward?
think we could see a jub bird from this distance.
Oh, it is not a jub.
Yeah, and aren't jubs flightless? Anyway.
Okay, so we'll make sure we relay that information back to the party since we're heading toward the area that thing is in.
Okay. I mean, if you found a good spot on the mountains and you threw a jub off, it would take a while before it hit the ground. You are that's like flight.
I'm checking out the ground to see if there are any more of those holes that those monstrosities came out of.
Okay. Not around the outside of the hut.
I'm gonna cast
Just the inside.
healing on
Weird.
myself because I'm selfish like that.
All right.
I'm gonna do mending on.
All right. Doesn't look like there's much out here. Gwen will tell them about the flying thing, though.
Didn't mean to do
No,
that.
it's mostly just a white void with a battle way. Okay.
Is there any of the acid still pooled,
That
like
didn't work.
on the ground or anything?
Yeah, there's acid, bits of acid pools in the dirt. Put the
What
slash.
am I doing wrong?
You had it the first one. Just switch the R and the slash.
Oh. That's it. There we go.
Is there
Right.
anything metal inside the hut that I can like throw into one of these acid puddles?
The guy had like a metal cooking pot.
All right. I'll go grab the cooking pot and set it in one of the acid puddles.
Okay.
See if it does anything.
It sizzles a bit, but doesn't do much to the pot. It's probably just eating away at whatever had accumulated on the outside.
Ew. The grease. So I pick it up and the bottom of the pot is now shiny metal again.
Yeah, it's you cleaned it a bit.
Okay, well that's a relief. I was worried that those things might be able to eat their way through the tank with their acid spit.
Good check. Good thinking.
Well, yeah. Johnny,
Yeah.
are you gonna give this guy last rites and?
Yes, I will give last rites to the hand.
Well, okay. So
Kinda
is there
kinda looks at you.
anything else in the is the rest of him buried? And if
Gwen did like pull away some of the dirt and didn't find anything more, but it was kind of superficial.
Yeah, I didn't dig. I didn't do a lot of digging. You can do more if you want.
My question here is if there's a body buried here, who buried it?
If there's a body buried here, has it already been given last rites, and we be desecrating a grave?
If we desecrate the grave, we can reconsecrate it. I'm.
Welcome to
I
the
don't.
sticky. Welcome
Oh,
to the
okay.
sticky situation of theology.
Okay, but the thing is, so there is a dug hole here that has not been covered over. Those holes are still open except for the carcasses that we have stuffed down inside them. I don't think that those things would have buried a body in the middle of the floor.
Could have been very respectful bugs. We don't know.
So what are you driving at here, Althea? Say what you mean.
I'm not sure. I just have a very uneasy feeling about this. Like someone else has been here who isn't Rocky. I mean, if Rocky managed to unrock what unpetrified, I don't know what the right word is, and come back home, is that his hand? Is the rest of him under there? Is something else under there and he's wandering the wastes without a hand?
I'll tell you, if
Like,
you are
this
that
is
worried, if you're that worried about it, dig it up.
Yeah, go for it.
all right. She starts digging with her halberd.
Oh, okay. Um, it's not a perfect tool for digging.
It's she's using it more of in like a sweeping motion than a shoveling motion, kind of pushing dirt to one side and then to the other until it as she gets deeper.
Okay. It doesn't take much before the dirt sort of collapses into a tunnel similar to what you saw the other creatures come out of. You can see a partially eaten corpse down there.
I don't know.
I should also mention that from where you guys are standing to the bottom of these holes is about 10 feet. And then you can see tunneling going out from those areas.
So there's a warren under here. Yeah, uh, do you guys have any interest in staying here?
Nope.
Have we found anything here that is of value in our continued journey? Because if there's not, I say we just get the hell out of here. This is I've got the willies bad.
Ambrose checks under the bed real quick.
No monsters.
Okay. Yeah, probably being the one here with the most experience with caves, speaking from personal experience, that looks horrible, and I don't want to stay here any longer. So I say we get into the giant tank we have parked outside, personally.
And get the heck out.
Yeah.
Having found the half-eaten corpse down there, Johnny will now give it last rites and then call down sacred flame until it's ash.
Okay.
And then we can leave.
Okay. Works.
And now it isn't. Yeah, you burn it to ash. Everyone piles back into battle wagon, and what?
Up to the mountains.
Shotgun.
Well, what time of day is it? Because I thought we got here about dusk.
It's pretty late in the day.
Yay, nap time.
Yeah, guessing we probably don't want to go even tanking in the dark because don't want to fall into any holes.
Yeah.
Counterpoint, we do know now that this like big burrow thing is directly under the I would assume very heavy tank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We just drive it down the road for like 10-15 minutes, just make sure we're away from here,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
just in case, you know.
How very dare you make sense? What's the matter with you?
You drive away for 15 minutes?
Yeah, towards the mountains.
Yeah, trying to remember because didn't we have to make camp about halfway to the mountains when we were on foot before?
The last time you
Or did
left
it
in the
just
hut.
take us half a day? Yeah,
Oh,
the last time. The last time we went to the mountains from the hut when we had Rocky with us.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, like climbing up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, it took the better part of the day climbing up and back down.
Okay, so if we take the tank and drive for about an hour, or at least until almost full dark, I don't want to be anywhere near that bug warren.
Only good bug's a dead bug.
What is it,
This is
Starship
deep.
Troopers?
Would you like
Yes.
to know more? Thank you so much for coming with me on that.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my
Yay.
part.
Would you like to know more? Oh, the book was so much better than that movie.
Book didn't have Neil Patrick Harris though.
This is very true. Very, very true.
I
Well,
gotta find that. I gotta find my
to-
copy now.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you go north or south on this drive?
we're heading towards the mountains, right?
You're in the foothills. Like there's no way to drive the battle wagon up the mountain.
Okay. Where's the glacier from where we are?
You, what glacier?
There was snow-capped mountains around here somewhere. Are they north or south of where we are?
To the map.
To the map.
To the map. To the map. To the map.
You guys are here.
Yeah.
Here are snow-capped mountains.
Oh,
Okay, we're gonna just swap out the tank treads for the HEV treads, and we're gonna put on the lift kit.
Is anybody else's map super blurry?
No, it's just you.
No, I'm getting
when
that too.
when I zoomed in, it isn't.
No, mine's really sharp.
Oh,
Actually.
mine. There it is. I guess it was just taking forever to render.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's
Where
just
did which
rendered too.
direction did Gwen and I see that enormous flying whatever the heck it was?
The mountains.
It was like over here.
Huh.
Let's go kick its ass.
Well, shall we go north or shall we go south?
Let's go northwest
All right. So insofar as we can,
to the
let's do it.
to the Zooks
Yeah.
pits. To the Matterhorn, which is right there.
Oh, that is.
Actually, kind of looks like the Matterhorn, doesn't it?
A little bit.
But
Those of us who've been to Disneyland.
Okay. You were just driving an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mainly just to get away from that creepy freaking bug.
Bug Central.
Okay. And so you drive for an hour. It's night, and you are, unless it's an enormous underground warren, you're most likely away from those bugs.
That was the hope. Because ew.
yeah, I'm all for a good bug roast, but any bug with acid in it usually doesn't taste that great.
No. Gamey. Very gamey.
Yeah.
Althea just kind of blinks at the both of you.
Are you guys bedding down for the night?
Johnny's spending his hour using artisan's blessing to work on his armor.
Okay.
Spending some
And then gonna train up Laughing Girl over here. Sorry. Other game, sorry.
That's the completely different character.
All right.
Chuckles the Paladin on sword and board.
Wow.
Okay. Sounds good. Anyone else doing anything?
Ambrose. Oh, go ahead, Jaxar.
I didn't say anything.
That was me. I was about to say other than sleeping.
Oh, my bad. My ears are not great. Ambrose actually has a proposition for Johnny.
You propositioning me?
Thank you.
So, Johnny, are you interested in crafting something from the void?
Go on.
I received a recipe from my patron through my grimoire recently in my most recent studies of it. I don't know exactly what it does or what it will do, but I do know that it is a weapon and it will most likely be very beneficial.
You have my complete attention.
I'll be over here talking to Gwen about the diary. Have fun, guys.
It's a sort of handheld cannon in a way. It uses ammunition of the mind.
Oh, I know what you're making.
And it only
Such a
costs half an ingot of that mithril we have.
Okay.
Rad.
Do you have plans? Do you have actual schematics? Something that I can work off of?
DM, do I?
Yeah, it's in the book. That's how you know what you're looking at.
Can he look in the book without getting like
Does his
headaches or
brain
whatever?
melt?
That's something that you'll have to find out.
Okay, I just open the book to the plans I found and show them to Johnny.
Okay.
Make a sanity check.
I've played games that actually make you make sanity checks.
Well, yeah, it's Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Where did I? Oh, all right. I'm gonna send you a picture of what he's showing you.
Okay.
You can make sense of what's in the book with Ambrose's help in figuring out what you're looking at.
Okay.
And if I can figure out what I'm looking at, I can show it to you. Where'd that picture come from?
In another campaign I was in, one of the bad guys we fought had a hand crossbow that instead of firing bolts, fired magic missiles.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
But it did the damage of it had special damage calculations that the regular whatever magic missile is. But the fact that it never missed made it very problematic.
Yeah, it's kind of broken. Well, in one game I made the flaming longbow from the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, and so yeah, it was pretty broken too. The best part was the person who I gave it to was bitching because it wasn't a crossbow. So when I named it, when I had to name the thing, I named it Hortense, and it wouldn't work unless he said, "Let's go, Hortense, time to get to work." That was the trigger incantation to make the flaming bow work.
It's incredible.
I'm just gonna have to do it a different way. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So he shows you that, as mentioned, half the ingot to do that.
I don't have a picture.
Yeah.
It's okay.
There we go.
Ah, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, I can do that.
Radical. So how is this? Do I pay you like a commission, or are you just gonna like PayPal me like?
Let's just call this. Let's just call this a gift.
Oh,
I mean, if it's using the mithril from the party stores or treasure or whatever, then it's like, if I'm understanding how we're operating anyway, it only benefits the party to like create stuff from it for us.
only half an ingot
Absolutely.
too.
Yeah. The gift part is me just doing it for him,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the maker will find it pleasing
yeah.
to make this weapon, and I think it's going to be just really cool to watch it work. So yeah, I will actually put aside the working on the armor for the night and make this thing instead.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Hmm.
All right. Um,
That's
any-
just my channel divinity for an hour.
anything else?
Um,
No?
Gwen will chat with. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
can hear you.
Gwen will chat with Althea about the diary, but she's also going to meditate.
And that's fine. Althea will probably, if Johnny is otherwise occupied, Althea is going to go and have an attempt at talking to her deity.
Okay.
What you would see is Johnny and Amber sitting there talking for a while, and Johnny pulls out an ingot of mithril and just sits there and stares at it for about an hour. Literally, he just stares at it for about an hour, and then all of a sudden it becomes something that's not a mithril, an ingot of mithril, and looks like a flintlock pistol.
Ooh.
Wow.
It looks like this.
With the power of his
Literally a
mind.
flintlock pistol.
Oh, interesting.
Be careful with that.
Oh, don't worry. I got I got the whole firearm safety thing taught to me in the cave, keeping it downrange, all that.
Yeah, I just want to see it work.
Oh, trust me, I do too.
All right, so once that's done, Tara, when you're done communing with your belly button, we can go ahead and the two of them can go do
What?
sword and board training.
All right. And
Wow.
then it would be next morning.
There
Also,
you go.
But by the way, you have to understand when he said that, I turned around and glared at him because being in the same room is very it can be very entertaining. We actually had some really phenomenal role play last night between Johnny and
Oh.
Althea.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh my god. Deep, 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 stressful theological conversation.
Nice.
Yes.
Hell
For
yeah.
what?
See,
But
you're you're
about
saying
an
one
hour?
thing. At least one of them is making it weird over on their side. So
Yeah, yeah. That
I
would
heard the
be.
snickering.
Yeah, that would be Omega.
Yeah, I heard the snicker. I heard the making it weird part.
No.
Yeah, I heard.
That can't happen.
But the thing is, we do this in all of the campaigns that we're in. Our different characters have have interactions. It's like Giggles, Laughing Girl, the the character he referenced earlier. Well, he plays this female dwarven cleric, and Giggles is a half orc barbarian, and the two of them get into conversations all the time. So yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, back to our heroes. The next morning,
Yeah, did that
Johnny
count as a long rest, by the way?
Yep.
Oh, thank
back
God.
to full health. Yay!
I still have that temporary hit point from earlier.
Yep.
After the long rest. Ooh.
I mean, it should be at full, shouldn't it? So it wouldn't matter.
It does. You get temporary on top of full.
Oh yeah.
All right. What do you do now?
well, if we can't
Lock
drive this thing into the mountains,
the battle wagon. Everyone remember where we parked?
do we want to hoist a flag?
Parking section L.
Yeah, we'll raise the elevator.
Oh, wink.
Yo ho.
That is not what I wanted.
Yo ho, where is
Pirate's
my
life for me.
I was going with hoist the colors, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we will traipsing off in that direction.
Okay, moving on.
Thank you.
Okay, so you guys begin to scale the mountain.
Brain wanted
Yes.
to harmonize.
Okay. Leaving the battle wagon behind, you find a likely path up so that you can walk more or less without having to climb too much. There are still places where you'll have to do a bit of mantling ledges, and it's not always just walking. There's quite a bit of climbing as well, especially as you get higher and higher.
Oh,
Um,
I
af-
cast my daily blessing of the forged to bump my AC to 21. Sorry, just want to.
yep. At certain after about an hour and a half of this, it begins to get quite cold, much colder than it should be. These aren't particularly tall mountains, even though there's snow on them, and it's frigid as you're climbing and walking.
Is it any more so than
Intermittent.
it was the first time? Because I remember it being unnaturally cold the first time as well.
It is unnaturally cold this time, but not.
More
Um,
more so
you,
than last time.
checking Google weather. No, no. It's hard to tell. It's really cold.
Are there like ice formations nearby?
Not that you can just see. I mean, with the you figure with what you're thinking of, probably nearer the snow.
Okay,
So you'd have to keep climbing up.
okay. Let's keep going.
Okay. You continue climbing. Um, Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
Yay.
Oh boy.
Ouch.
The second one I got
Uh-oh.
Liger, but I don't know if this matters for him.
Liger won't need to.
Okay, so the 21 was mine then.
Okay,
Gwen
so
is probably in trouble.
Gwen, Tara, and Ambrose each get a level of exhaustion as the cold
Yup.
is just biting into your
Oh, this again.
body. Again.
I got
Oh,
exhaustion when the old dude smacked me in the head with his boot with his stick.
oh yeah.
Did
Never
that?
mind, I was
Oh,
thinking
you
of a
you
different
you
campaign.
rested, so that's gone. I think, right?
Yeah, that's gone.
Okay. Multiple stacks of exhaustion are very bad.
They can be. After climbing for another hour or so, you can see, you're in an area where snow is on the ground, and um, uh,
Do we see the?
you
We're looking.
also. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
To the south, near where you saw it before, you can see that flying creature above the peaks. Um, Far away, it's still flying about.
Wait, aren't we close to one of the dragon's places now?
You want to take a look at that map?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Never. Wait, I don't know.
No, the dragon was
Wait, oh,
over here. Pretty sure.
If you are correct in your theory, you are probably somewhere around here.
Oh, okay. That's right, because we started
well, okay.
here.
Do we still have access to the map that I drew that had the uh from the war room is what I'm gonna call it.
That's
For
what
this
this
one,
is.
I know, but I marked down the location of the bad. Oh, I see the people. Never mind.
talking about this guy.
For the Yeah, that was what I was thinking of.
I remembered.
Wasn't
Yep.
Nan Dean, was that the daddy of Zerdae's or mother in relations? The other blue dragon.
Oh, you don't know.
Okay. Well, whatever. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
All in due time.
So you can see the creature flying south of you in the mountain range. There's snow on the ground, quite cold for everyone. And what do you do now?
Are those bulbs around this area? 'Cause that was the other thing we were up here for too. And they were in this region last time, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
There
'Cause we're
could be bulbs. You haven't seen any, and the old man, Reki, didn't bring you this high up to find them the first time.
Well, folks, I have something specific I'm looking for. Um, if you don't want to go with me and potentially freeze to death, you can go back down and look for those bulbs, and I'll come back down when
What the
after I get them
hell?
all. What?
I accidentally hit paste.
Okay.
Sorry. Johnny was saying that you guys can go back down if you don't want to freeze to death. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah,
How much further do you plan to go?
it points to the snow over there.
Do
So,
we
like,
have
right in
any
front of
idea
us?
how far away that is?
It'd probably be another 20 to 30 minutes of climbing.
That's fine. I can deal with that.
Oh, who besides me is wearing metal armor?
Me.
I use a very. Oh no, that won't work. Never mind.
Heat mellow yourself?
Yeah,
Very white.
That could be bad.
yeah. I can't. I don't have that kind of fine touch with it, unfortunately.
All right. Okay, so you
Not
continue
able
on
to pass that
your
just
journey,
yet.
climbing up into the thicker snow. Um,
Figure as soon as we find some place where we can set up a camp, we'll build a fire. I've
Is it?
been I've Althea's been looking about for
Actually,
firewood,
that is a
anything
good idea.
flammable as we've been walking ever since she started freezing.
Okay.
Check the people out. Actually, yeah, I have no clue. With my plus to survival, I have no clue what that people are almost freezing to death up here. So never mind.
You continue climbing. You get to a sort of flattish area, and to the south, maybe
There we go. Gwen
100,
knows.
150 yards, you see this block of incredibly blue ice just sitting on the mountain.
All right, I'll be back in a few minutes.
You sure you don't want us to come with you?
Pretty sure.
All right, we'll build a fire and
Everybody warm up.
get warm, have some food.
All right.
I'll send Liger with him, since cold doesn't matter.
Okay.
Everyone just warm up and rest. I'll go over there and I will pull out my one of my chisels from my
Okay.
tool from my smithing tools. Use heat metal on that because I knew this was coming, and chip out what I need,
Okay.
which is
Uh,
the half shape, if I recall correctly.
so from 150 yards away or so, the rest of the group is setting up a fire and listening as the plinking of a chisel into ice is being made by Johnny. And let me just take a look at heat metal.
Keeping an eye out.
Up
Trying
to
to
1 minute.
trying to keep some situational awareness.
Okay. Um. Okay. So after about 15, 20 seconds of this hammering, Althea spots. Make a perception check.
Yeah, spots a perception check.
Spots something moving in the snow near this ice block towards Johnny.
Call out, Johnny, heads up to your right, left,
Behind
whichever
him.
direction. Behind you.
Gwen will look
Start
over.
heading that way.
Gwen will look over. Can she see it?
Make a perception check.
Ambrose is only wearing like half a shirt. He is very focused on this fire.
You
Go ahead.
can see 3 creatures moving in the snow.
The steel defender cannot be snuck up on.
Can I see what they are?
Sure.
They look like they're Yetis.
They're Yetis. All right.
Oh,
Fabulous.
Gwen's gonna fire at one of them.
Okay.
The closest one.
Just one
What?
second
But they're
while we
friendly
look at the
Yetis.
steel defender. Can't be surprised. Okay. That's what you were referring to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, Althea's already heading towards them, heading toward Johnny as fast as she can go.
Everyone roll initiative.
If we can't click on ourselves, can we roll
Oh.
initiative?
Everyone roll.
We are currently separate.
Do I get to
Dude!
fire
Aw.
before initiative?
No.
What?
They're not surprised.
I initiated.
They are initiating. You're probably gonna go. Yeah, you go before them anyways. That's
I thought I was starting the combat.
Surprise round.
Five, 6 of you. Good. All right, Althea's turn. You said you're just booking it towards him.
Wait, I don't see Johnny on the tracker.
He's
He rolled before Jacob brought the tokens back up.
he's on there.
Ah, okay.
Drop.
Okay.
I don't see anybody else on the tracker.
They're on there.
Okay.
That's weird.
I
It's
yeah, I
he's
can't
on-
see
he's on a
Johnny.
different map.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah.
I'm
Because
He's
he's-
lighter.
also. That's weird because I'm also on. I'm looking over at Paul's screen and he's got the olive green with the blue thing in it, and I'm still on something gray saying marching order.
yeah. That's because I wasn't expecting the group to be 450 feet away from each other.
Okay.
That's
So
fair.
this map doesn't have the range, the size for it.
Okay.
Okay, so
So-
you double time it, 60 feet, putting you at 390
Yeah.
away. Okay. And that'll make it Jaxar's turn.
Jaxar.
Mute. There.
There you are.
Jake.
Joe?
Yeah, I'm not. It's something we're supposed to be seeing on the map, Jake, because mine's totally black.
No.
Okay.
There isn't.
Okay. I moved my 30 and stop.
Okay. You can double move and get 60.
I can.
Okay. That'll make it Gianni's turn.
All right. The one that is northeast of me, that one.
Yep.
Guiding bolt.
All right. That will miss.
Damn it.
Did you switch to that for everybody or just for her?
bonus action spirit weapon.
I did it just for you since you have
Okay.
Liger there.
That'll
Assume that every
should
turn after this is going to be me dashing and moving.
Okay.
Besides Liger.
All right, that'll slash it. Um, so Tonus moves, 50 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, and Liger can go.
and I'll move there.
What I told Liger to do is basically just stay with you.
Okay.
So. And that'll be its turn.
All right, that'll make it Gwen's turn.
Okay, so how far away am I?
450 feet.
Many feet.
I don't think my bow has that range.
Your bow has up to 600. If it's more than 150, you'll fire at disadvantage.
All right. So she's gonna run then.
Okay, just double speed.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are the Yetis at? Oh, they've got. Okay. One Yeti moves up towards Johnny. Well, they all sort of move after you.
They're fast. Okay.
Good thing you've got that blessing of the forge.
Good lord.
Oh my
The two of them
God.
had to double move. The third gets up to you and swings at you with a claw. Missing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a disadvantage.
Oh, so Johnny is the only one on his map. Is that what I'm?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm
Me and Liger.
gathering?
Johnny and Liger.
I see. Oh, okay.
And that'll
Yeah.
make it Ambrose's turn.
Ambrose just runs as far as he can over towards Johnny.
Okay.
The commotion.
Althea double times it again.
Have a sec. I want to check something. See if I
What did you say the range of my bow was to fire regularly? 150?
150 feet.
150.
It would take 5 turns to get into that range.
Jesus. All right. Well, you know what I'm doing for the next 5 turns.
Yeah, doing my best to book it. Yelling out to just in general. Anybody know if these things are intelligent? Can speak? Can we talk to them?
All right.
Want to answer that?
You're hearing Johnny start speaking in tongues as he's starting to cast holy spells. That should
All
be
right.
an answer for you.
Jaxar's turn. 390 feet away.
I imagine
The
I don't know much
glowing
about
forest.
Yetis.
It's the closest one.
Okay. Johnny's turn.
Word of Radiance.
Okay.
DC 14 for them.
There's no attack roll, right?
No,
Okay.
it's just a DC 14 save.
Okay. I saw that 8, and I was like, what? All right. They both get blasted by holy light.
Okay, so they each take 3 radiant. Oh, sorry, that's what it was there. I don't know why it's doing a crit damage for it, but I'm not quite
You
sure what
rolled a
that's
1
all
and a 2 on 2d20. Okay.
I'll fix that for you.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what the hell was going on. I tried to figure it out earlier. I couldn't figure it out.
No worries.
Thank you very much. All right.
All right.
So spirit weapon is going to come in and get that same one it was attacking earlier.
Okay.
10.
Yep, that'll hit.
And I am going to stand my ground.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm standing my ground.
Tonus is 400 feet away. Imagine double time the 50 feet. and then the Liger can go.
Okay. I will attack this one.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yep, that'll hit.
And I be in the same space as the spirit weapon?
Yeah, it's actually floating.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll move there then.
Okay.
And that's that.
Gwen's turn. You said you're just double moving again.
Yep.
So we're gonna
Oh, come
3:30
on!
now.
Shuffling off some of the ice, a winged creature
Holy fuck!
rises out of the middle.
Johnny!
It peers around at the Yetis assaulting Johnny, and then spots the group running up on, and begins to fly towards the rest of you.
Oh, Jesus. Nice knowing y'all. We're gonna die.
Ah, it's refreshing. Zest of energy.
What would it be without some sort of terrible
Near-death experience.
yeah. Let's see. It flies 120 feet towards you, and most of you are 330 feet away, so that is 210 feet between the two of you at this point. Okay.
Oh my god. It's too much math.
Nonsense. The three Yetis converge on Johnny, and I'll take swipes at him.
I'm getting...
Wow.
Dude.
So Johnny
Hello?
gets swiped for 17 total from two
Who
hits.
was
Wait,
attacking where?
wasn't me. And then I'll make it Ambrose's turn. There's
I
a
see Ambrose
smallish
talking,
white
but I
dragon
don't-
flying towards you. It's about 210 feet away. Oh wait,
Oh, there
it would be 270 feet away from you
Hello?
at this point. Was that you coming in and out for Ambrose?
Testing.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I hear you.
Okay, so it's Ambrose's turn. You're typing, so I
You're
guess
getting
maybe.
Alazon.
Can you, Omega, can you not hear Jacob or Alazon?
I hear nobody except for you.
Oh. Oh, this reminds me of when Xbox Live used to do this.
It's also very robot-y right now.
Weird. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Ah,
Alright, there's
Back.
3 of us.
Back.
Yay!
Seems like everyone is.
Back.
Okay, that was weird.
Guff is resetting his Wi-Fi, it looks like.
Yep.
That's weird that, like, I've never had Discord do that before. I've had Xbox Live parties do that before.
yeah. What if Alazon is the owner of the server? He can change which server it's on, or which server the server is connecting to
Yeah, it's his fault.
in the server settings. I hate that there are so many different things called server that refer to different things here.
But it isn't my fault I was given those beans.
Okay.
Okay, I'll have to look at that some other time because I don't know enough about Discord. Okay, that'll make it Althea's turn.
Flat out runs, so that's gonna take me to 270.
Yep, 270 and 150 from the dragon.
Dragon. Fabulous.
Wait,
Did
wait, when
you just
did-
said dragon?
Uh-huh.
You just said
There's a
dragon.
smaller white.
Where-
Oh, it must have been during one of the times when we were we were having issues. There's a smallish white dragon flying towards you.
When
Small-ish.
the issue started happening, you said somebody was attacking somebody. Who was that?
They were attacking Johnny, so you could have
Oh,
imposed.
one of those. Yeah, can you make one of those have been this one here?
Okay, add
this one here
10,
would have been it.
10 hit points back to Johnny.
Add 10 more. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Jaxar's turn. Dragon is 210 feet away from you. Johnny is 330.
I don't have anything that goes further than 120. Okay, I'll do another 60.
Okay, Dragon's now 150 feet away. Johnny's turn.
Okay. Going to use. Let's see. We're going to use guiding bolt. Actually, no. We're gonna stick with sacred flame on. If I get word of radiance. There we go. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm being that guy. Word of radiance.
It's Constitution saving throw, and they are Yetis, so they've definitely got con. So 1 fails.
And he takes 6. And then
No, two of
as
them fail, don't they?
The first guy has a 13 plus 4, so 17.
Oh, never mind.
yeah, okay. So as my bonus action, this time I am going to be casting Shield of Faith, which is going to bump my AC to 23.
Okay.
I remember Shield of Faith.
And that's it for this round.
Okay, Tonus' turn. Tonus runs another 50 feet, putting him at 300 feet.
Okay.
Dragon's 180 away.
Okay. Will.
Is the dragon hostile? Does it look like it's flying at us to attack us?
It's unclear at this point.
Okay.
It's too far away. I mean, it hasn't taken any overtly hostile actions.
Okay.
I think that hit. Was it the 15 hit?
15?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. 4 damage to the one between us.
Middle guy, okay. And then it will be Gwen's turn.
Did Johnny's weapon
Cool.
attack on his turn?
Gwen
Different bonus action this round.
Oh, gotcha.
Gwen will keep running and shout not to attack the dragon unless it attacks first.
Don't attack the dragon unless it attacks first. She's shouting. Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Okay. The Yetis continue to try to claw Johnny, and I imagine that the Steel Defender imposes disadvantage on one of them.
Yeah.
That will miss, and then wow, the other two.
Jesus.
Fucking hell, dude.
One of those is a disadvantage, fortunately. Oh wait, it's the same roll. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna scratch that. Johnny might be in trouble.
Good God, Johnny might be dead.
Johnny takes 24.
Jesus.
Okay, Ambrose is back. Is Johnny just getting
We're all
shit
running
kicked
towards
out of
him.
by Yetis?
Yeah.
More or
Yeah,
less.
because
Damn.
they keep critting on him. They're critting all over him.
That'll make it Ambrose's turn, actually. I put in the... Yeah, so there's a white dragon flying towards you. You are 210 feet away from it and 330 feet away from Johnny.
Hold on, wait a second. I didn't finish that adamantine armor yet, did I?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
Anti-crit armor.
Yeah, it's not
doesn't
ready
exist
yet. It's not ready yet.
Yeah, Ambrose just runs another 60 feet. Yes.
Also, because you weren't here, Gwen shouted not to attack the dragon unless it attacks you first.
Sure.
That'll make it.
You
Althea's
can
turn.
ignore her. That's just what she said.
It's flying in a very menacing manner.
Running
Gwen
full
doesn't
health,
think so.
that'll take me to 210. Does anyone know Draconic?
No.
I do.
Right. So
Bros says
Don't dragons speak
telepathically to Althea, get me within 30 feet of it and I can talk to its mind.
I speak Draconic.
Pretty sure dragons speak
Oh.
common.
And dragons
sure
speak
I
common.
can't run any faster than you can, dude.
That's
Last one
fair.
did.
I don't know, you're
So-
strong, you could throw me or something.
Using an elf as a javelin? What?
Half elf,
They have
first of
pointy
all.
ears.
Half elf. Sorry.
Race
No
it.
offense intended.
That'll make
Yeah.
it Jaxar's turn.
Far.
How far to the dragon? Or to John? To Johnny, 270.
Dragon should
Not
be on
even
top
close.
of this now.
Yeah, I'll run another 60.
It'll bring you 210. It's actually going to bring you passing underneath the dragon. Same for Althea.
That's fine. I heard Gwen's warning. I'm not even looking at the dragon. I'm focused on Johnny.
Okay. That'll make it Johnny's turn.
All right, I'm burning a level 2 spell slot using Cure Wounds at level 2, which give me 2d8 plus 4. Give me a second here. I think this is how it works. Is that right? No, that's not right. It's 2d8 equals 4. Anyway,
0 successes. What the hell's that?
I don't know what the fuck that I did. It's supposed to be 2 roll
What?
2d8 plus 4.
Oh, you put equals 4. So it was
Yeah.
telling you how many times you actually rolled a 4, and it was 0. That's
So-
interesting.
So 12. So I gained back 12 hit points.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Spirit Weapon. Where did my Spirit Weapon go?
It went
probably
away when you
under
cast
Liger.
Shield of Faith.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Oh, 2 concentration, yeah.
Neither one of them is concentration.
Never mind, I don't know.
Shield of Faith is concentration up to 10. Spiritual Weapon isn't gone?
Don't think so. Is it?
You don't have to
No,
roll
it's
if you
not.
get hit.
Okay,
so yeah,
yep, that was my-
the spirit weapon should still be floating
That
above.
was my bad.
That's okay. No, it's okay. So Spirit Weapon is going to hit Laughing Boy over here. For 9.
Yes, it is. Alright, that one is chunked and goes down in a heap of blood and gore.
All right. And I will face off against the other 2.
And it smells worse on the inside.
But is it warm? Because I'm going to crawl inside of it and
How
use
warm
it for
is the inside of it?
use it for a throw rug.
Is it lukewarm inside?
So I'm going to pull out my pan flute and see if I can get these 2 to dance.
That'll make it Taunus' turn. Taunus is 300 feet from
That
Johnny
was-
and 260 feet from the dragon.
Keep on with 60 feet from the dragon. I was told not to attack it, so I will continue running.
Okay. And Liger.
Boop boop. Attack.
Okay.
Was the dragon
Okay.
in the ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Or was it the ice? Johnny, what did you chip off of it?
It was in the ice.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Gwen's turn. Gwen is 270 feet away from Johnny, 60 feet from the dragon.
Yeah, she's keeping an eye on that dragon. Does it look? Is it taking any hostile action towards us?
Not yet. It is. It did. So far, Jaxar and Althea both ran under it and passed.
All right, so she's gonna keep running, but she's gonna keep like, yeah, she's gonna keep an eye on the dragon.
Okay. The 2 remaining Yetis try to pummel Johnny again.
How
First
far
one will
away
be
am I?
210 feet.
Okay, so like one more round of running.
Yep.
Okay.
First one is at disadvantage, misses on both of those because you have Shield of Faith up. So good job there.
Thank you.
The second Yeti's attack misses.
Thank goodness. Finally, neither one of them crits me. Jeez. Rotten bastards.
See, everyone is there.
Those of us with 60 feet or 210 feet away.
Yep. And then it's Ambrose's turn. So you just double timing it. You're 270 feet away right now.
How far away am I from the dragon?
30 feet.
Okay, I look up at the dragon and telepathically say, like, "Do you mean us harm, beast?" or something.
Wow.
Wow.
He hasn't attacked us
Being
yet.
mentally belligerent.
All right. It'll respond on its turn. What else do you do?
Just keep running past it, I guess.
Okay. And that'll bring us back to Althea. 210 feet away.
Going for 150.
Okay. Jaxar's turn.
By the way, thank you for sending Liger with me. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. I
Do you double
would be very
distance?
dead. I would be very dead by now.
Can
Okay.
still cast a spell.
No.
Also, thank you, Jacob, for not making the snow rough terrain.
So then I'll be at 180. I'll run. I'm gonna run 30 and cast mirror image.
Okay. That'll make it Johnny's turn. As duplicates of Jaxar's form appear around him.
Okay. Burning another second level spell slot to heal myself up again. Another 11 points.
Okay.
There we go, back in the game. And once again, spirit weapon on that one.
Okay.
Ooh,
And
baby.
a solid evisceration. As bits of its intestines fall out of its stomach.
Gross.
Whacked.
How do you like me now?
Not much. Tonus' turn. Tonus is 10 feet from the dragon, 250 from Johnny.
I saw my friends run under it and ignore it, so I shall do the same.
Okay.
Excuse me.
That'll make it Gwen's turn. Oh, Liger's turn.
Never mind.
Gwen's turn.
So one more round of running.
At
She's
least.
gonna keep looking at keep her eye on the dragon though.
Okay. The one that just took a critical hit from the spiritual weapon disengages and moves away.
Attack of opportunity?
No, it's disengaging.
Okay.
The other one will swing at Johnny and will miss because of Shield of Faith. Man,
Yeah. Whew.
I've rolled way too high, way too many times against Johnny.
Yeah.
It's he's fine.
Fine. Fine.
The rest of us, we, speed.
The dragon responds to Ambrose with a disgusted repetition of the word beast as it swings back around.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Told ya. I
It-
knew that was going to be an issue.
It drops down in height till it's only about 10 feet off the ground, or 15 feet off the ground, and strafes Ambrose's position. Fortunately, no one else is around him, as he has not made his double move yet. So he's back behind everyone else, taking a cone of cold.
God
Make
damn
a
it.
Constitution saving throw.
What?
Did I say
Oh,
Thomas?
put my character sheet away.
No, no, no. I mean,
Ambrose.
the dragon ended up being hostile. I'm upset.
No, he didn't. He would have
It's
kept
a
going.
dragon.
He.
Yeah. Constitution save, you said?
Yes.
Ambrose just had to be snarky at him.
All right.
Ooh, okay.
You are just showered in this frigid blast of cold hail and freezing even the air around you. You take 27 points of cold damage,
Hold
Oh shit!
The dragon.
and your speed is halved,
Pretty cold.
27. Jesus.
making it
Is it-
Ambrose's turn.
Is Ambrose dead?
He's
Okay.
not, I don't think. But the dragon did fly past him and is now 30 at the 180 mark. So about 30 feet from everyone else, 30 feet from Ambrose.
Okay.
Fortunately, it probably doesn't have another dragon's breath. We'll
I
see.
can see that we have gotten off on the wrong foot, Mr. Dragon. Sir
So,
or ma'am. I
Mr.
can't tell. I offer my apologies telepathically.
Okay.
Oh man.
Does he say or do anything in response?
You'll have to wait for his turn.
All right, I'm gonna give him a chance to run away.
Do you do anything else?
That insinuates you'll do
Frustrates
something if it
himself.
doesn't run away.
I'm not gonna risk an opportunity attack when I'm at 11 hit points, so I'm just gonna stand my ground in front of the dragon.
No, it flew over you, sprayed you with ice, and continued flying.
Oh, it kept going. Okay, so I thought it was just like hovering over me.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep running towards Johnny then. Yeah.
Okay.
That's toward dragon. If you realize.
Yeah, that's gonna put you directly under the dragon, 15 feet,
Wait. So
unless you move side to side.
So here's what happened, Guff. The dragon was flying away from us. It was going to leave us alone, and then you said what you said, and then it circled back around. And as it's driving by, it shoots you with a cone of ice or cold.
Did you
To
see
be
drive-by?
fair-
It's a drive-by situation.
Yeah, it's a drive-by, flying by, whatever. You know,
Drive-by fruiting.
to be fair,
it's a drive-by fruiting. Oh, I'll catch him, sir.
Ambrose is not a fan of dragons.
What dragons ever do to you?
All right.
Maybe revealed later.
Also, that just happened. Althea's turn. 150 feet away.
Yeah, let's take it down to 90.
Okay. And Jaxar's turn.
Okay, so I'm at 180.
Yep.
I'll have to do double time at least one more time. Okay. Full time.
Okay.
And they be able to hear
Oh
me
my
if I
God.
shouted?
Yeah.
The Yeti? There's two left, right?
Just one. Well, there are two.
Oh.
One is fleeing though.
Over here, you hairy bastard.
Hmm.
All right. That'll make it Johnny's turn.
Okay.
Johnny will have killed them all by the time we get to him. I think.
We are going to use one of my favorite things since I'm right in this one's face. We are going to use inflict wounds on that one.
Okay. That will miss.
All right. And then spirit weapon on it.
Okay. Spirit weapon hits. And that'll make it Tonus' turn. 200 feet away from Johnny, 20 feet from the dragon.
I'm gonna run away from the dragon.
Okay, so that'll put you 250 away from Johnny.
Sure.
I thought the dragon was headed back towards Johnny.
It is. The dragon was
So-
between Tonus and Johnny, though, so if he's running
Whoa,
away,
wait,
he's
wait,
running
wait,
away.
wait, give me a second here. At the point that well, wait, I can't cast a spell if I'm dashing. Never mind. I will just do the 50.
Okay, towards Johnny?
Yeah.
Under the dragon? Okay,
Yeah.
alright. The Yeti. Oh, and then Liger's turn.
We're gonna.
Going after the one that's trying to run away.
No, I'm not.
Because that's what you just did.
No. That's just what it looks like.
Alright, that'll miss. The Yeti
Strategy. I like it.
disengages once again, and it sounds scared
Good.
as it moves away from Liger.
Is there another one down there? What is that?
No, don't worry about that guy. No,
Wow.
literally don't worry about that guy. That's for the initiative order. That's just he's the guy that's the token that supports their initiative count. Because I have a habit of deleting tokens, and sometimes that means I delete initiatives.
Whoa.
The last Yeti will claw at Johnny again, missing.
I knew Johnny had this under control, so
The dragon is right above Ambrose and just circles above him, making it Ambrose's turn.
What happened to
Oh,
Jacob?
just circling Ambrose.
Jacob?
Did you not go?
Nope, I did not get my turn.
Gwen's turn.
Yeah, so Gwen will stop. And
Okay.
turn back around and ask Ambrose, what the fuck did he just say? Or what did you do? And then try to address the dragon. Be like, I don't know what he said. We mean you no harm. Fine.
Okay.
That's it.
And okay, no arrowing goodness.
I'm not gonna shoot that dragon. Not
Well,
till I
there's a
have
Yeti
to.
still.
Can I reach the Yeti? I don't know how
Yeah,
far away I am.
You're at the 150 mark.
Oh, then yes, I will shoot the arrow. Or shoot the Yeti.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do that first. And then that.
Okay.
Does my dance partner sprout an arrow?
It does. Suddenly there's an arrow in its eye, and it's grappled to the ground.
Gwen's joined the party.
Now Ambrose's turn.
So the dragon's just circling above me?
Yeah. It's looking at you with very intently.
Can I tell if there is malice in that intent stare?
It definitely doesn't like you.
That's fair. That's fair. Ambrose is just... He's actually going to back away from the rest of the party by like a good 20 feet or so, just to see like kind of if the thing follows him.
The nearest party member is 30 feet away from you.
Okay, yeah, I still, don't want the dragon near them
Okay.
if
so
it's
you,
following me.
you back away how much?
Like 20 feet, give or take.
Okay. Anything else?
Call it a worm. See what happens.
Don't, please, don't.
Ugh.
Ambrose's tattoos start to glow as he readies a spell, but he doesn't fire anything off. 'Cause the dragon didn't attack earlier, so. And that ends my turn.
Okay, I'm gonna make it Althea's turn. 90 feet.
Ambrose, you heard what Gwen said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She slows down to 30. And because we've got the split attention now. Damn it! I'm gonna hawk a javelin at the Yeti. I realize this is at disadvantage. Yeah.
That will hit.
Really? Awesome. Okay.
It's a big Yeti. 4, okay.
It takes a javelin to the knee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll make it Jaxar's turn. 120 feet away. Dragon is 60 feet behind you. You're muted if you aren't aware.
I'm aware.
We have been made aware.
Oh, that Yeti's so much better than the ones I picked.
Alright, I'll fire at the Yeti.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a solid hit. Oof. It burns. It yells out it lets out a very fearful growling yelp as the fire hits it.
Has ever had Yeti burgers?
That makes it Johnny's turn. Oh, did you want to continue moving closer?
I'll go as far as I can.
Okay. I'll put you at 90.
Taco.
Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Wisdom save DC 14.
Look at
Not-
that, make it.
Not a very wise Yeti, but just wise enough.
+1 to wisdom.
It does.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
have the sword do the work.
Spirit weapon.
Oh no, it chops it down.
There we go. That's funny.
There's
Lord.
an
You
arrow in
chop
its
it.
eye, a javelin in its chest, and many force wounds from the spirit weapon.
And a,
You
and a, and a
chop it
fire.
scorch
into
mark.
burger-sized portions.
Oh yeah,
And a scorch mark.
hit it right in the fillet.
Yeah.
In the fillet.
Do you move at all?
Yes. They're all dead, right?
No.
There is one still fleeing,
I don't
but I have
care.
a feeling the Liger's gonna get it.
Yeah. I mean, go back to what I was doing.
Okay. Tonus' turn. Tonus is 150 feet away from Johnny, 30 feet from the dragon.
How many from the dragon?
30
So like it is 30 feet in front of me. Like,
behind you.
oh shit. Okay, well we're gonna keep on booking it then.
Okay. So you're now 100 feet from Johnny,
Yes.
leaving the dragon bar behind.
Yeah.
And the Liger's turn.
Oh my god. I'm just seeing this gnome just booking it flat out across the ice.
Meanwhile, meanwhile, his Liger's going in for the kill on
No,
a,
it's
on a
not!
wounded Yeti.
Come on.
Who are you lying to?
Gwen's turn. Gwen's 150 feet away from Johnny.
This is libel and slander.
It's point
So the dragon has not reattacked.
Ambrose? No.
Okay, so
But it's still hanging out. Right?
yeah, okay, but so Gwen's gonna ask Ambrose, like, what did you say?
You know, just dragon thing.
Ambrose, what did you say? Stand down.
I called it a beast, all right, and then apparently this dragon with the inch-thick scales has thin skin, so now it's coming after me.
Wow.
Did you say the dragon had thin skin?
Yep.
Thin
I'm not loud. I'm doing this
scales?
telepathically to Gwen.
Sure. Obviously. What does Gwen do? Ambrose is 50 feet away from you.
Yeah. Gwen is gonna address the dragon, kind of in the same formal manner that she addressed the blue dragon, with any adjustments that need to be made. I don't know, maybe for white dragons, if that is a thing. And then just like formally apologize, say he's sorry too. Ooh, we have no interest. We have no quarrel with you.
Okay. The dragon flies towards Ambrose and lands in front of him and takes a few steps to get right up in Ambrose's face. And in common says, "For your insult, I demand restitution. And my hoard is looking a little too small at the moment."
This dragon speaks common.
Am I
Most
getting
dragons
mugged?
do.
Well, you picked the fight.
You are getting
Yes.
rolled by a dragon.
Something about his mother.
And it also looks around and says, "And all of your companions have deserted you."
Can Gwen hear that?
That's fair.
It's speaking in a pretty low voice. 50 feet away, it carries enough that, yeah, Gwen would have heard.
Gwen does not appreciate that comment.
Okay. So Johnny is continuing his chiseling. Althea is now on that map and nearby.
Oh,
Does the Liger go after that poor Yeti that's trying to
No, it's done.
run? Okay. So then, what are Jaxar and Tonus doing?
I'm still running because I'm still pretty far away, I think. Or
You're 100 feet away from Johnny.
I'll have that.
Okay. You're now 50 feet from Johnny.
when Gwen hears that, she's gonna. I wouldn't say that, and start walking back towards Ambro and the dragon.
Damn, bro.
Ambro.
I said Ambrose.
You know, me and
Oh.
Gwen are so tight. That's my nickname.
I'm
'Cause
gonna
we're
move.
such good buds.
Flyer's gonna
Jaxar
dash
is
here.
110 feet away from the dragon, 90 feet from Johnny.
90 feet from what?
From Johnny.
Okay. I'll go. Where's the dragon?
Dragon's 110 feet behind you.
I'll go. I'll go as far as I can.
Towards Johnny or the dragon.
Dragon.
All right. And Gwen moves back towards Ambrose, you said?
Yep.
Okay. After this demand, what does Ambrose do? As you can see Gwen walking up, hustling towards you.
I tell the dragon I only have 50 gold on me.
Um, Okay. You guys haven't distributed any party treasure, huh?
Nope.
Nope, sure haven't. It looks at you with like a sour expression of like, ugh, this guy. And says 50 gold pieces would do.
Sorry, you cut out. What did he say?
50 gold pieces will do just fine.
I
And it's at this point Gwen will arrive with Jaxar close behind.
Uh,
m-
Gwen will
pull out my
advise.
gold purse.
I was
I
gonna
have
say.
it in my hand. I look over to Gwen and telepathically I ask her, "Do you think we can take him?"
Gwen is gonna give you a look. Just give him the gold.
You just gave him the mother of all dirty looks.
Yeah. You have to restore the honor.
What honor?
Dragons have an honor. This is you besmirched it. You have to fix this.
I didn't besmirch anything. I called him as I sees him.
Gwen is gonna look kind of surprised at that. Be like, really?
Don't forget, you also have a shiny new blunderbuss style pistol thing.
Gwen is gonna like look up and down at the tattoos. Like, you didn't really appreciate how that elf addressed you, did you? Back in the city.
Damn.
And now these several Jaxars arrive.
Yeah, Ambrose sets the gold like purse down in front of him and takes a couple steps back.
Okay. The dragon grips it, leaps into the air, and beats its wings a few times, heading back towards the block of ice that Johnny's chiseling at.
This is gonna be gold.
No, it's ice.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
All right.
If you would like to learn more about dragons, I can teach you more about dragons.
Yeah, all I need
Step
to know
one,
about dragons is
don't call
they're
them a beast.
terrible.
Well,
I'll dispel my mirror images.
Okay. Gwen and Ambrose watch as the.
now we're gonna
images
walk towards Johnny.
disappear. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
imagine
I'm
you
gonna
all
walk towards Johnny.
in.
Yeah, Ambrose does too.
The dragon alights on the ice that Johnny's chiseling at and looks down at him with interest.
Johnny's very focused on what he's doing.
Okay.
I'm extremely focused on the dragon.
Yeah, he's actually not ignoring the dragon. He's just extremely focused on the fine detail work he's having to deal with right now.
He
Do you have
just
another-
doesn't notice like the 10-ton lizard landing behind him.
Do you have another heat metal?
Yeah, I got one left.
Okay, because the first one that is a concentration spell, so that one went away.
That is my last. That is my last spell.
Cool. I wasn't sure if you saved one or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heat your chisel and begin working again, chiseling out the size and general shape of a polearm shaft.
Okay.
It's grueling work, and even with the heated chisel, it's just rough to get this etched out of the ice block.
Mm-hmm.
Coming down to the wire, but you get it just moments before the heat metal gives out.
Okay.
Fortunately, you had done a bit of chiseling before the Yetis attacked.
So I take the I very carefully take the ice. Let me guess. This is like super cold, true ice, right?
It is incredibly cold. Yes.
All right. Take some leather wrappings that I've got on the side and wrap this thing up in it
Okay.
so to stave off frostbite.
Sure.
Came prepared for that one. Now I would notice the dragon. Oh, hello,
Mortal.
sir. He reaches into his bag, finds that half piece of mithril, payment for damages to your lair. And he puts it down and steps back.
Okay. It hops off and grabs the ingot and then flies back on top of the block.
He says, and joins us with respect. I realize this was your home. I am sorry.
Says not just home, but part of the elemental plane of ice that you've intruded upon.
I explained the vision that I was given and the reason why I'm doing this. It is for, from my God, from my deity. I do not. It is not an excuse as to why I'm intruding on its home and its plane, but through lack of understanding and um, to fulfill a need of mine and guidance of my God is why I'm doing this. And I can only hope that this will help make it less wrong.
Is Johnny speaking Draconic?
No, he's speaking common.
Oh, so Althea's just heard all of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dragon will tell you that even though you slew some of its minions, the ingot makes up for it, and it will forgive your trespass if you leave immediately.
Thank you. And Johnny starts backing away and get a good to there, and then we just kind of leave.
All right.
All right.
As he's leaving, he looks over at Althea. That was exciting.
I'm glad you're alive.
Me too. Those Yeti hard.
You
Looks
acquitted yourself incredibly well.
looks down at his shredded armor. I'm gonna need to fix this again.
That happens a lot.
Yeah. Well, crit hits on the armor. This armor is actually physically shredded, isn't it?
Nah, it still works
Yeah.
as it should.
Okay. So yeah. So go join the rest of the group with this big leather wrapped. It's just looks like a leather wrapped pole because they can't see what's inside of it.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but let's go find these bulbs. I need a rest. I'm tired.
Yeah, I think we need has our fire gone out?
Yeah,
Ambrose can make
Okay.
another one pretty quick.
that's
Yep.
true.
How about we head for a lower altitude because I think the bulbs are at a lower altitude
I'm good with that.
Mhm.
and it might be less
No.
frigid.
Less dragon,
Less dragon, yes. Less yeti.
less yeti.
Okay. So you begin to climb back down towards warmer climate.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay. Everyone needs to make another Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Oh no. I hope we roll
Mine
better
is
this time.
fortunate.
Nope.
Did pass that one.
That was better. Yay.
I will grab Ambrose and Dragon. Come on, buddy. I got you. And put Tunis on his Liger because he's probably falling on the ground too.
Yeah, my speed is halved, but I'm riding on Liger, so it doesn't matter. Oh wait,
Okay.
no, I don't have 2 stacks of exhaustion.
Yep. So Althea, Tonus, and Ambrose all take a level of exhaustion,
Yeah,
which I think
that's
that's
two
two
for
for.
me.
Yep. So
That's
Otara
2 for
or
Ambrose.
Althea and Ambrose's speeds are halved.
All right, I will help
Oof.
them both. I will help support them both. Get
I was
them.
about to mark that at.
Yeah, Ambrose.
Just put it in
He's looking.
the blue circle on your token.
Oh, okay.
Keep trying to figure out how I can change my nickname in here, but I don't know. I found how I can change my color.
Just at the bottom of the chat box, go and click that and change it to your character's name.
Oh, hi.
I think that's how it works. Maybe not.
Oh, it says as and then send, but
Maybe not. Okay, then it has you'd have to exit the game and change it in the game's like forum.
it's all right.
Yep.
I'll live. Or not. Could go either way.
Is that 1 or 2 for Tonist?
That's 1.
Okay. Okay. So with the halved speed, if everyone's staying together, it's gonna slow the whole group down as you continue the climb downwards. With support, you go a bit faster, but I'm gonna need another Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
I'm
Drag
gonna
up.
die.
Trying to kill us. It's not the dragon, it's the snow.
Oh my god.
I'm a DM. If I wanted, there's no trying.
If he wanted us,
Rocks
we'd be
fall.
dead.
Rocks fall. Everyone dies.
As long as you don't get to 6.
Shit.
Tiamat falls out of the sky and squishes us all. We're dead. Game
It's
over.
2. That's probably 2 for Gwen.
That's 2 for
Is
me.
it 2 for Gwen? Okay. So everyone with 2 has half speed. That's just so on that round it was just Tonist and Gwen that had. You don't need to put these like weird green and blue circles. I just put it into the token. When you click in your token, you see you have your health
Yeah.
AC and the
I
2 is your
changed
crush.
it. It didn't let me. It didn't save it when I changed it.
Oh, okay.
What's the it's HP. Okay.
Okay. But you after that, it took quite a bit to get up there and back down. That was 3.5 hours of travel, climbing and walking and whatnot. But you get back to the warmer climated zone out of the frigid area of what is presumably the plane of ice,
See, that wasn't
seeping
that
into the
bad.
world.
Johnny says with Ambrose shivering, leaning on his shoulders, covered in frostbite, limping.
Fine.
Johnny's a friggin' dynamo.
Yeah, because nobody knows how close Johnny came to dying. 4 hit points.
Liger
Jeez.
knows, but I think he
knows,
can
but
keep
he
it
doesn't-
secret.
can't talk.
Yeah, Liger knows.
Okay.
For now, he can't.
You
talk.
guys are fine. It's all good. Let's just get going.
So you move north or south along the mountain range. Moving south would take you closer to what would have been one of the old dwarven cities, possibly, if it's still there. North, further away on the other side of the mountain range would be a different dwarven city
Actually,
or fort.
given how far is it back to the battle hoopty?
About 2.5 hour climb down.
But it's no longer taking elemental damage, right?
Right.
I think given the levels of exhaustion and everything that we've gone through, it might be safer if we go back, rest up overnight, get everyone back up to full strength, and do this again tomorrow. Game time.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I don't disagree with this.
Agreed.
Let's just head down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gwen agrees with that.
All right. So everyone's gonna go down and get a good night's sleep in the battle wagon? By the time you get there, it's going to be around nightfall again.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
spend an hour with that cold iron uh, halberd head
Okay.
and the ice haft and make that thing and then identify it, find out what the hell it does.
Just staring at the two items for an hour until they become one.
Yep, pretty much. Get all sit there, cross-legged, cross-eyed, doing the whole ohm thing and going, "What do you do? What do you do?" For an hour.
Who are you?
Where do you come from?
No,
What do
not
you
who.
want to do with your life?
That's not right. That was
That's
from
me back there.
Scrubs. Johnny, the tackling Alzheimer's patient. Who? Who am I? And then he tackles him.
I remember that one.
That's a good one.
Um, okay. So you're doing that. What is everyone else doing?
Meditating
Where are we currently? Did you say we're back to the?
Back in the battle wagon.
and reading more of that diary.
Okay.
Pretty much every long rest, she's gonna pull that thing back out.
Yep.
I've got ropey.
Althea will skim, and then she's gonna go off and spend some time praying and thank the shield very, very kindly that Johnny did not die, having to fight all by himself.
I'll be right back. Gotta run to the restroom.
I'm gonna ask Johnny if you wouldn't mind taking my leather armor and making it studded with the adamantium.
He's
Or
zoned
could I
in.
just like do it myself?
You could start the crafting process. It takes a while, but you can do it.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if it had to be like if that was a Johnny specific thing or if I could just do it myself.
No, he's just got a special ability that lets him do it faster.
If he has time.
I can only do it one. I can do this trick once per day. And today's trick is making the cold iron halberd.
What the heck's a cold iron halberd?
You'll find out.
Okay.
All right.
How long? Okay. How long would it just take it to do it myself then?
I forget how the time works. I think it's like a day for every so many gold pieces, and it's a really high number.
It's stupid the way it does. The way this
Yeah,
game
it's like
does it.
a day every 5 or something.
Even with like smith's tools and stuff.
Right? Yeah. I mean, without them, you
Oh.
wouldn't be able to do it at all.
Oh, gotcha. That's okay. So like it would take like a year.
It would take probably not as long as that, but I think like a plate armor would be like 180 days or something like that.
Yeah. To make the adamantine plate armor that Johnny's been working on, it takes like 4 days. Because he has to do it in phases.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, I will wait for you to finish yours and then.
I'm happy to
How
do
much?
it. I'll make you your armor tomorrow. Not a problem.
Oh, you can do it tomorrow. Okay.
Oh boy.
How much?
Go ahead.
How much adamantium do we have?
A lot.
How much and what does mithril do?
Mithril is extremely lightweight. Let's see. We've got. Let me get to my notes real quick.
So wait, could I get like mithril plate armor and it be considered like
I'm not making you mithril plate armor.
or like
Sorry,
chain?
be a
So
waste.
That would be a
mithril
waste.
chain and it be considered like light instead of medium?
No, that's not how it works.
Oh.
It's lighter weight and it's the same. It's just lighter. It is literally lighter weight armor. It has the same hit point, same AC value. It just weighs less. It
But
doesn't make it. Go ahead.
does it take medium armor and make it be considered light, or vice versa, or like heavy and be medium?
No. We have five adamantium ingots of 26 pounds each, and two mithril ingots left at 26 pounds each.
But
and we've got. I'm already making one mithril breastplate with part of the mithril ingots, but that's only going to take like maybe I think it's like what 5 pounds. It all depends on how much the armor weighs, and plate armor weighs like 60 pounds.
Okay.
That and making it out of mithril is literally it's a waste of mithril material. You would want that out of adamantium because it's crit immune.
No, I know that. It's just
Yeah.
I don't have proficiency with heavy armor.
Then you can't use it.
Okay, that was the question.
Yeah. I could make you a breastplate. What kind of armor can you use? Medium and light?
Yeah.
I could make you a medium set, and I would recommend that you get it out of the adamantium because we got more of it.
Thinking.
But it's going to take me some time.
Okay, what else is going on with everyone?
I mean, did
We're
you?
doing the journal.
Yeah, Gwen is
the
reading the journal and meditating.
Okay.
Ambrose is just relaxing and recovering and glad to be out of the snow.
Yes,
Oh,
it
wait, I
is.
already have scale mail. Never mind.
Feels much better out and down at the foothills again. All right. Let me just prepare this.
interesting.
Okay.
So we wake up and head back up towards uh, the level at which we might think we're going to find the bulbs.
Does a rest remove all exhaustion or just one stack?
Say
What was that?
Does a rest remove all exhaustion or just a single stack of it?
That's a good question. One.
Ugh.
Okay.
As long as you ingest some food and drink.
Food and drink and sleep. Yes, that all happened, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what does one level of exhaustion do again?
That one's not so bad. Disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
2 is half movement. 3 is disadvantage on attacks.
Pardon me, I need to go let the dog out.
Don't remember 4 and 5, and then 6 is death.
4 is your hit point maximum is halved, and 5 is your speed reduced to 0.
Oh, that's okay.
And 6 is death.
6, you just drop dead. Like, I don't even think you do death saves, you're just gone.
That's a thing.
Okay.
Okay. So it is the next morning. Everyone that had and exhaustion reduces by 1. And through the night, you also heard the stuff outside, occasionally probing the battle tank, hitting
Hmm.
it so that you can hear the sort of metally sounds as things try to bite or claw at it.
Isn't that cute?
And since you switched to the all-terrain, you have a flat tire now. No.
Damn thing slashed our tires. What the hell?
What kind of neighborhood is this?
Why is the battle tank up on blocks?
They stole our rims.
I sent that meme to this group, right? The horse.
Yeah. I've
God,
seen
I
that
love
one.
that. I
There's
love
no
that
horse
one
on
so
it.
much.
Wait, horse? I don't think I remember.
Yeah, it was back on like the 16th of June, 15th of June, in the memes. If you scroll up at the top, you'll
Oh.
see it.
I kind of figured that, huh?
Oh yeah, I see it.
So Tara just handed me a very large beer. Um, it's a 14.5 ABV. I said thank you, and she says no, we have to split it. It's like yeah, I kind of figured.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
we drink really good craft beers in this house.
Nice.
Okay, bulbs.
Nice.
I wasn't done pouring mine yet. What's in your? What is that? Ew! Why would you do that?
Don't be greedy.
Oh my God! She's ruining it.
What is she squeezing a lime into it?
No, put bourbon in it.
Oh,
Ew!
okay.
She's just ruined a perfectly good beer.
Wow. Opinionated much?
Very. I have good taste. I married you.
Uh-huh.
Smart.
But you
Smooth.
disparage my taste.
Well, yeah, you married me.
And I like bourbon barrel aged beer and I like scotch. So, you know.
So Tara,
Yes, dear.
Johnny walks over to Althea in the morning, hands you this wrapped up uh, halberd. It's that cold iron halberd head that you had given to him to look at.
Right,
It's
the one that we pulled out of the gigantic snake skeleton in the temple.
yeah, it's affixed to a what looks like a haft made out of deep blue translucent ice that is wrapped and reinforced in leather and metal binding so as not to freeze your hands off. And if you look in the chat between you and me, there's the stats.
Instead of normal. Okay. Oh, dude.
Mm.
Well, alrighty then.
Yeah. So that's what you get.
Okie dokie. What should I do with the old one?
Whatever you want.
I don't suppose you need the metal, do you?
Metal's always good to use.
It's not exactly a fair trade, but here.
No.
So I give over my old halberd and take the new one.
It's frosty.
Yeah, that thing is very cold. If I'm not mistaken, it actually radiates cold, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's the handle the handle the handled haft is thickly wrapped. So
Yeah. the whole inside of the battle wagon feels chilly.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I have to make her an insulated box to store that thing in.
And now I'm assuming that that only applies to the slashing strike. Well, no. Does it
No.
apply to the slashing strike or to the butt end strike as well?
Yes.
I would assume both,
Dude.
being as you're literally hitting them with ice.
Yeah. You're hitting them with the elemental plane of ice.
Oh, that's
Yes.
so rad.
You've been given an elemental weapon. Have a good day.
Oh my goodness. So it's 1d10 plus strength plus 1d6. How do I do that? I'm trying to figure out how to
Careful.
alter the. I'm trying to figure out how to alter it on my character sheet.
Yeah, you just have there's a second damage you can add, so you can just click that
I
box.
was see, and I thought the second damage would be the butt end, but I guess not. So
I think that's
1d6,
a separate attack.
and it's just 1d6 type cold. Yes.
Figure it out later. Anyway, so
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. We'll figure it out when we do actually do battle mechanics on it. So,
Yep.
sorry, Jacob, you were saying. My apologies, man.
No, it's morning. You guys are rested up. It's chilly inside because of that new halberd.
Yeah. While everyone's getting ready for breakfast, um, who was it? Tonus wanted the new armor. Is that right?
I've realized I'm already wearing scale mail, so like, I don't know.
So are you good with what you've got?
I would like the bonus of the adamantium. Can you just apply that to the scale mail I already have?
Not really.
Okay.
It's integral to the creation of the armor.
Okay. Can I give you the scale mail I'm wearing, and you like use the material from it to make the new armor?
What I'll be doing is I'll actually be making you scale mail out of adamantium.
Oh, is it 100% adamantium?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Proceed.
Thank you.
That's not right.
Let's see. Scale mail is 45 pounds. Yeah, I can do that.
The way that I had handled it previously is that if I had leather armor,
Hmm.
they took just the leather armor I had and made it studded leather armor with the studs being the adamantium, so I didn't know if it worked similar to that.
I don't know. Jacob, what's your call on that?
It'd be new. I mean, but you could just take the studded or the leather armor you already have, and or
Well,
how
that was
works.
in a different. I'm wearing scale mail now. I don't have leather armor right now.
Yeah, you could just take his scale mail and an ingot, and then make the new one.
Okay. So would it still be the full 45 pounds of adamantine, or I'm trying to get weight for the ingot, the material usage here. That's all.
I see.
Does scale mail weigh 45 pounds?
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Hmm. I've got to keep track of these things because,
Supposed
like
to
I
be
said,
heavier, if I remember correctly.
no,
Oh, I
it's
didn't
medium
realize I
armor.
had a disadvantage on. Wait a second.
See, the plate that I'm making for myself, that's 65 pounds. But of course, once
Oh, it's lighter than the scale mail is by. So it's 80%. So
okay,
36 pounds.
okay, thanks.
Yep.
So it's so the adamantine would be 80% of the weight of whatever's listed.
Yeah.
Is that how it works? Okay.
Yep.
I thought that was mithril. I'm confused.
The mithril's like almost half, isn't it?
Yeah, mithril's half.
Oh, okay. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I would prefer the breastplate over the scale mail.
Well, he just gave you scale mail. That's messed up.
Figure it out, dude.
I didn't realize that scale mail
I'm
provided
kidding.
or gave disadvantage on stealth.
You want half plate?
No, no. I don't want
I'm not gonna do. I'm only doing this once.
breastplate. Breastplate.
Just giving you a hard time, man.
I know.
Okay. Um, breastplate will actually take me about 2 days to do.
That is totally okay.
Yeah, because like I said, my plate mail is going to take me 4 days, and I've been working on it for 2 days so far. So I will fit in your work as I can. I'll actually prioritize yours ahead of mine because that's just the way Johnny works.
Okay.
So let me go ahead. Give me a minute while I update my notes on what I've got here. So I want to make sure I keep track of my usage. Uh,
So that leaves us with how much adamantium?
well, I'm actually using 2 ingots for mine, which takes us down to 3. And you said you're using a scale mail
No, breastplate.
breastplate. Breastplate's 20 pounds, and 80% of that is 16 pounds, which brings us down to 2 ingots and 10 pounds.
What?
Okay, I'm tracking.
That doesn't look right.
Who are you talking to?
Myself.
Oh, okay.
Nine cold, 0 cold.
What's going on?
Oh, he's messing with my halberd stats.
Oh,
I was testing to see if it worked. That's better.
It's like, how'd you roll a 0?
Because it didn't have a damage amount in it. It just,
Oh, okay.
all right. We going back up to get those bulbs?
Yep. We actually really need to do that. Hmm.
All right.
Just so you know, Gwen, I can actually create ammo for you if you've got a specific request. That is something else I can do for specific materials.
I assume that Gwen's been retrieving those grappling arrows all along. I know I've been retrieving my javelins whenever possible.
Yeah, Gwen retrieves her arrows.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows, I can create specific tools for you all, like and Jacob, please correct me if I'm wrong, like a wizard's staff or a sorcerer's focus out of one of these special materials that I've got. I can create those things. Granted, I can't create a bow because it's not flexible enough for that, but I can create ammo. I can create like an example, thieves' tools for a Havelock. I'm actually going to be and I've already checked this with Jacob. I'm creating a few things for him when I trade off characters again. Minor things. I'm not stacking the deck for him. That's not cool to do.
Oh, how many ingots we have? All right, Avlock has 5 ingots worth of stuff.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
one's
Not doing
what's
that. No.
Havelock?
When Johnny leaves, he's whatever Johnny's made for himself. I'm actually donating to the team because Johnny's going to go off and not be an adventurer. He's actually a cleric and a priest. He's doing this as a favor. So the armor that I'm currently making, that adamantine full plate, is going to actually stay with the group. So you guys will have a suit of custom plate that will adapt to whoever wears it. So carpe jugulum.
Good heavens.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys climb back up a couple hours
Yeah.
and begin the search for Bulblets. Saxifrage. That's it.
Yes. Go kill things. I mean,
I
go harm
need
people.
a survival check
From
I'll do it.
and to
That's
know
actually
which way you guys are going.
go ahead and go do it. You're better than I am.
From somebody who's got survival skills.
See? Yep.
Yay!
Damn it!
Look at that. Double
Hilarious.
20s.
Well, I'm following Gwen.
Yeah,
Are you
Gwen
all-
knows, Gwen knows her shit.
Gwen's our
You guys can all
ranger.
go off on
She
your
knows
own
what she's-
and
no,
look for it.
no.
I say we go this way.
Maybe you guys could be like 500 feet away from each other this time.
No.
I can survive.
Sorry, but we remember the Jub Jub. Some of us remember the Jub Jub birds.
I was not there for the Jub Jubbening, but I have heard the stories.
Oh yes.
The jub jubbing.
We will
Those
have
little
informed you of
fuckers
the
are
Jub Jub.
wrong.
Okay. So, do you describe what you're looking for to Ambrose? And oh no, they've seen the bulbs. They know.
They
Yeah, I
know.
was there the whole time Mantis Man was cooking up stuff in the kitchen.
Yep.
Yeah.
We described the plants. We described the Jub Jub birds.
Okay. You begin to move through the mountainous range. There are times when you think maybe. Oh, are you guys going north or south generally?
Which way did we go last time?
We went north in the tank.
Yep.
And then went kind of straight up the mountain. I think we should probably edge a little bit southward because that's where we found them the first time.
Wait,
maybe-
well, but we took a
Have
bunch.
ripened. Yes, but it's been long enough that some more may have ripened.
Okay.
Yeah, the old man took you through, and some of them were not yet ready, and others were overripe. So,
Right.
presumably, if you went back, some of those that weren't yet ready could be.
Okay.
Yep.
It's fine with me.
Do the thing.
Okay.
So I guess that means south.
Did you say stealth?
South.
Oh, south.
South.
Okay. All right.
So say a stealth check. There you go. 5.
Wow.
Clang, clang, clang.
And here come the Jub Jub birds for Johnny.
You can after some time you do find an area where it looks like there's a few bulblets. Moving forward, with the bulblets, there are also these purplish mushroom-like fungus growing near the rocks that the bulblets are on.
Oh, watch out. They start screaming.
Yeah, we don't want anything to do with those because those will summon the Jub Jub birds.
That's right. Forgotten about the mushrooms.
Good call.
I don't know what their proximity is, though. Like, I tried to avoid one last time, and it still started screaming its head off.
So the bulblets grow in these crevices in rocks, and the mushrooms are basically growing at the base of these rock formations.
All right.
Well,
So if the mushrooms start screaming, smash it real quick.
I could
Toast the
sacred,
mushrooms.
sacred flame. Got it.
Eldritch
Toasted
Blast.
mushrooms for dinner.
Mushrooms.
Dexterity save. Go. on an immobile mushroom. Go.
Mushrooms known for their dexterity.
Yeah, this isn't a particularly dexterous mushroom. Especially with that, I really hoped I'd rolled a 20.
That would have been terrible, but it would have been awesome.
Yeah, so as soon as the light of the sacred flame hits the mushroom, it starts shrieking.
Great. Fire doesn't work.
And, you hear the flutter of some wings as a Jub Jub mounts a rock nearby.
Yeah, Gwen will shoot it.
Which one did we aim at? The closest one?
Yep.
Why are we killing everything everywhere we go?
We
Because
know
reasons.
these
Those are bad
things.
birds.
These birds will turn you into a stone.
Oh yeah, okay.
South of the cliff face, and we're not going to get into the actual combat because of time,
Yeah.
Oh,
but we'll be here next time.
Okay.
This
Cool.
streaker's been it's shrieked its last struck.
Oh,
So it got off one squeak and then died.
Basically.
wait.
What?
I was looking at the map. Things took forever to render, so I didn't get to see.
Well, we'll look at it at the beginning.
Is
of
this
next
on your
session.
new
All
high
right,
performance
fine.
laptop
Really-
that you got?
really
Yeah.
I'm sad for you.
No, my
Yeah,
laptop's
it's
fine.
nice.
It might be our internet.
This is true.
You know that that Yeti fight seems like a good level up for Johnny and Liger.
Yeah. Right.
Seriously.
That
I mean, Ambrose did face down a dragon and win, so
You
that's
did not.
Only because Gwen saved your
Yeah, I
I'm
believe
counting
the
it as
credit
a
goes
win
to
in my book.
Gwen.
I see this as an absolute win.
That thing had its breath weapon back like immediately.
It was going to
Good
ice
to
you
know.
death.
How
doesn't
old was
always.
that one?
That was a wormling.
So older than the blue one.
No, they're probably
same age.
similarly aged.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
level up. So level up for Johnny. 3 Yetis.
Wow.
All right. So
Never splitting the party again.
I know. No Scooby Dooing.
you weren't even that far away. It's just it
It
takes
was
so
like
long.
450 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love.
That far away?
It's
Yeah,
remember
it's more than a
around
150
football.
6
yards. It
seconds.
was a
More-
football field and a half.
Yep. Okay, maybe you were that far away.
6 seconds sprint, guys. Come on.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, have a good
All
night.
All
See ya.
right,
Good.
bye.
Thank you.